Hello class. So our lesson for today is on plants. We are going to learn what plants are, the different types of plants, their structures and functions, and also explain how plants make their own food through a process called photosynthesis. So first off, what are plants? Plants are living organisms that belong to one of the 6 kingdoms called Plantae. Plants are classified into 2 categories that explain how they reproduce. First category is spore-bearing plants, which include mosses and ferns, which reproduce through giving off spores. Second category are seed-bearing plants, which include conifers and flowering plants, which reproduce using seeds. There are many different types of plants, such as mosses. Mosses are small, soft plants which grow together in clumps near damp areas. Ferns. Ferns are plants that reproduce spores. Cycads. Cycads are plants that have woody and stiff trunks that have crowns and evergreen leaves. Kingos. Kingos are non-flowering plants that are living fossils. Conifers. Conifers are plants that bear cones such as a pine tree. And flowering plants. Flowering plants are plants that produce flowers or fruits. Plants are also said to be either vascular or non-vascular. Vascular plants have vascular tissues which transport their own water and do not need any water for fertilization. They grow to be very tall. Whereas non-vascular plants do not have vascular tissues and require people to water them for fertilization. Now we will move into the plant structure. All plants have certain parts with the same functions. Most plants have roots that provide food for you to eat. These are carrots, sweet potatoes, radishes, and turnips. Roots are made up of xylem, cortex, epidermis, root cap, and root hairs. Xylem is the vascular tissue in plants that conducts water and dissolved nutrients upward from the root and also help to form woody element. The cortex is the outer layer of the stem or root of a plant. The epidermis covers the plant, and the root cap, located at the very tip, is the apical meristem where new root cells are produced. And root hair form an important surface over which plants absorb most of their water and nutrients. All stems are similar in that they support leaves and hold the transportation system of the plant. They transport water, minerals, and food to all parts of a plant. The phloem, cambium, and xylem are parts of a stem. The phloem is the living tissue that carries organic nutrients to all parts of the plant. The cambium is the layer of a plant that contains actively reproducing cells. And the xylem is the vascular tissue in plants that conducts water and dissolved nutrients from the root and stem. The leaves have parts that work together to keep the plant alive. These are the epidermis, the cuticle, and the stomata. The leaves are important to a plant because they make food and store food. They also perform transpiration, which is a process that regulates water loss and helps support the plant. The epidermis is a single-layer group of cells that covers plants' leaves. The cuticle is a protective waxy covering produced only by the epidermal cells of leaves, young shoots, and all other aerial plant organs. And the stomata are the principal means of gas exchange in vascular plants. And that was the plant structure. Now we will talk about the process called photosynthesis. Plants use water and nutrients from the soil and take in carbon dioxide from the air. A plant needs to move water from its roots to carry out chemical reactions and keep it from wilting. The sun plays an important role in growing of plants during photosynthesis. They use the energy from the sun using chlorophyll, which is contained inside a structure called chloroplast, in order to make their own food. The foods they produce is glucose, or sugars. Then plants release oxygen in the air that we breathe.